Assalamualaikum and hi. So today we from Group 4 will share to you about the corporate disclosure policy. We have 6 policy in this topic. So our group member will explain one by one about the policy. So let's start it.
Corporate disclosure policy. It is a duty of listed company to exercise the corporate disclosure policy where the listed company must disclose to the public all material information necessary for informed investing and to ensure the investor that invest in securities enjoy equal access to such information. Companies listed on both the main and ACE markets must comply with the Corporate Disclosure Policy or CDP adopted by Securities Commission (SC) and Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. The guiding principle behind the CDP is that the conduct of a fair and orderly market requires every listed company to make available to the public information necessary for informing investing. To achieve this, every listed company must take reasonable steps to ensure that all its investors enjoy equal access to such information. The SC or Securities Commissions requires publicly listed company to disclose any material information that could potentially impact the value of their security to the public as soon as possible. The SC has issued the guidelines on continuous disclosure with provides guidance to listed companies on the timely and accurate disclosure of material information or can read PDF prepared or given by the Bursa Malaysia with title Corporate Disclosure Guide through their website. The guidelines set out the principles of continuous disclosure, the type of information that must be disclosed, and the manners of disclosure. So there are 6 specific policies that concerning disclosure that adopted by Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, which is the first one is policy in immediate public disclosure of material information. The second one is policy through public dissemination. The third one is policy on clarification or confirmation of rumors and report. The fourth is policy on respond to unusual market action. The fifth is policy on unwarranted promotion disclosure, and the last one, the sixth, policy on insider trading. So we move to the first policy in corporate disclosure policy. The first specific policy has adopted by Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad concerning disclosure policy in immediate disclosure of material information. The listed companies are required to disclose any material information that could potentially impact the value of their securities to the public, including financial results, major changes in business operations, and any other information that could reasonably be expected to affect the market price of the company's securities. The listed companies are also required to make immediate announcements on any materials development that could potentially impact the value of their securities through the Bursa Malaysia's website. So we jump to an example of situation where a publicly listed company in Malaysia will be required to make an immediate disclosure of material information will be if the company experiences a significant drop in sales and profit. In this case, the company will be required to announce the financial results to the public as soon as possible, including the details of the financial performance and any factors that contribute to the decline of sale or profit. And another example would be if the company experiences a change in management or a major change in its business operation, such as merger or acquisition. The company will be required to announce the details of the change and its potential impact on the company's financial performance as soon as possible. Additionally, if the company was facing legal issue that could potentially impact its financial performance, it will be required to disclose this information as soon as possible too. For example, if the company was facing a lawsuit that could result in a large financial settlement, it will be required to announce this information to the public as soon as possible or as fast as it can. It become aware of the lawsuit. Then in all this case, the company will be required to make the announcements through the Bursa Malaysia's website and make sure the information is easily accessible to all the investors and as fast as they can.
So for the policy to public dissemination, I will explain the definition first. This is the practice of explaining and promoting government policy to the public to press release, public meetings and also social media. What the goal of this policy? Is to educate a citizen on the policy and encourage their participation in the policy making process. This can boost public confidence in the government and gain support for the policy. To effectively communicate government policy to the public, Malaysia have several law and regulation. The Official Secret Act from 1972 and also the Communication and Multimedia Act from 1998 and the Government Transformation Program and also the last one, the Economic Transformation Program are the example of act in this topic.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Naribasna binti Alias. So, I'm going to proceed with policy on clarification of confirmation of rumors and reports. Whenever a listed company becomes aware of a rumors or report true or false that contain information that is likely to have or has had an effect on the trading of the company's security or would like to be likely to have a bearing on investment decision, the company is required to publicly clarify that the rumors or report as promptly as possible. When important corporate matters are being told about the market activity of a company's security should be closely monitored. It is obviously necessary to make a direct and public statement if rumors or unusual market action suggest that information about upcoming developments has split up. If rumors are untrue or incorrect, they should be clarified or immediately dispelled. And confirmation that the business is unaware of any corporation developments that might explain for the unexpected market action can be beneficial. It goes without saying that management should be consulted before making any public comment if such a remark is considered in order to avoid any embarrassment or potential backlash. If rumors are untrue or there any advancement, a prompt, direct and transparent announcement to the public regarding the status of negotiation of the investment of company plans in the rumor area must be made. Despite any potential commercial repercussions and even if the issue hasn't yet been brought up for discussion by the company's board director, such as remarks are necessary, the exchange recommends that its listed company contact their IR or exchange representative if they become aware of rumors circulating about their company. Exchange Rule 435 provides that no member or member organisation or allied member shall circulate in any manner rumour of a sensational character that might reasonably be expected to affect market condition on the exchange. If confirmation provided concerning rumours will be promptly investigated.
For my part, I will be explaining about policy on response to unusual market action. Unusual market action is an event where there is a significant and unexplained change in the price or trading activity or both of a particular securities. For Bursa, they follow international best practice in issuing UMA query as of the way to ensure their market integrity. So, the purpose of UMA query is to prompt a listed issuer to disclose any material information that has yet to be announced. Second is to alert and apprise investor and market with the latest material information. Next, I will explain when to issue the UMA query. When Bursa detects sudden significant change, be it up or down in the price or trading activity of the security of a listed issuer, this does not mean that Bursa will automatically issue an UMA query to the listed issuer. Bursa take the view that it is not necessary to issue an UMA query every time there is a significant change in price or trading volume, as it is the nature of dynamic market. UMA query will not be issued when Bursa is satisfied that there is an explanation for the unusual trading activity. Bursa will only issue if there is unexplained change in the price or trading activity or both after assessing various factors. When a listed issuer is issued with an UMA query, it must make due inquiry with its director, major shareholder, and such other relevant person to assess and respond. First, whether there is any corporate development relating to the group's business and affair that has not been previously announced that may account for the UMA. Second, there is any rumor or report concerning the business and affair of the group that may account for the UMA. Third, whether the listed issuer is aware of any other possible explanation to account for the UMA. Fourth, whether it is in compliance with Rule 9.03 of the main slash is LR and Rule 6.08 of the LIP LR. Last but not least, we will move to the significance of listed issuer replies to UMA queries toward investment decision. When the listed issuer replies to the UMA query, and even if the reply is that the board is not aware of the cause of the unusual price and or trading activity, the information from the listed issuer itself is pertinent and of value toward aiding or facilitating informed investment decision by investor. Replying to the UMA query, a listed issuer must meet the standard of disclosure prescribed under Rule 9.16 of the main slash SLR and Rule 6.10 of the LIP RR, which state, among others, that announcement must, among other, be factual, clear, accurate, and is not false or misleading. In this regard, the matter does not end with the reply to UMA query received from the listed issuer, as Bursa will continue to monitor the trading activity of the security and corporate development of the listed issuer. Where the reply to the UMA query is found to be inaccurate or misleading subsequently, enforcement action may be taken against the listed issuer and the culpable director for breach of the main slash S or LIP LR.
Next is policy on unwarranted promotional disclosure is where a listed company should refrain from promotional disclosure activities which exceed that which is necessary to enable the public to make informed investment decisions. This policy is divided into two activities. The first one is promotional disclosure activity. A listed issuer must refrain from promotional disclosure activity in any form whatsoever or howsoever which may mislead investors or cause unwarranted price movement and activity in a listed issuer's securities. Such activity include news release, public announcement, prediction, reports or advertisement which are not justified by actual development concerning a listed issuer, exaggerated, flamboyant, overstated or overzealous. The second is hallmarks of promotional disclosure activity. Although the distinction between legitimate public relations activities and such promotional disclosure activity is one that must necessarily be drawn from the facts of a particular case. These are the following frequent hallmarks of promotional activity, such as a series of public announcements unrelated in volume or frequency to the materiality of actual development concerning a listed issuer, announcement of products still in the development stage with unproven commercial prospects, and last, promotions and expand paid trips or the seeking out of meetings or interview with analysts and financial writers.
So next, we move to the policy on insider trading in company disclosure policy. Means it is a collection of guidelines governing the trading of security by corporate insider. This policy is created to protect investors from unfair practice and guarantee that company insider do not abuse their access to confidential information. So next, the policy also requires that corporate insider must not communicate material, non-public information to anyone outside the company. This includes family members, friends, and other third parties. The corporate disclosure policy insider trading is a policy critical component of the corporate governance system. It helps ensure that businesses insider do not abuse their access to privileged information and that investors are protected from unfair activities. So based on the section 188 of CMSA in insider trading, the penalty for insider trading can lead to up to 5 years in prison or a fine of up to 5 times in the amount of money made or lost because of the insider trading. So that's all for me. Thank you.